Hi, this is Dave Quatello with Siemens, and in this video we'll be discussing the Siemens residential offering and its value to you, with a concentration on load centers, combination arc faults, and surge protection. Let's take a look at today's agenda. First, we'll discuss the Siemens load center offering, then the load center competitive landscape. We'll then take a look at the Siemens combination arc fault and its competitive landscape. Then we'll switch gears and talk about the Siemens surge protection offering, and then we'll wrap it all together and talk about the total home Siemens value. Approximately 2 years ago, Siemens changed the concept and philosophy of its load center offering. Siemens was able to depart from a single offering and make it possible to provide a series of load centers which are feature-rich and versatile, known as the PL series. They were also able to offer a series of load centers that provide a best value and is price competitive while still maintaining a high integrity of design, that being now known as the ES series load center. Both the ES and PL series load centers are available in single and three-phase. And as we go through some of the slides, I'm going to discuss the differences of the new load centers compared to the single offering that we've had in the past. So you may be asking yourself, why is having a choice better than a single offering? Well, Siemens is catering to your needs as a buyer. If you're looking for a best-in-class, feature-rich load center, then the PL is your choice. If you're interested in a more economical option load center that will still service your needs and get the job done, then go with the ES. It's your choice. Let's drill down into the differences between the ES and the PL load center. All PL series load centers will have 2 factory installed ground bars, while the ES series will not. The ES series load centers contain 75 to 100% neutrals, depending on the model, and the PL series will have 150% neutrals. PL load centers will be convertible from main lug to main breaker, and vice versa, while the ES series can only be converted from main breaker to main lug. The bus bars on the ES series will be aluminum, and the PL series will have copper bus bars. For the PL series load centers rated 225 amps, the bus bars will be tin-plated copper. Both PL and ES load centers have extended circuit options that include a 3054, a 4260, and a 5470. Finally, the PL series will also be packaged in a carton-and-carton style box for added protection during transportation, while the ES series will be packaged in a single carton. It's also important to note that value packs will only be available for the ES series. As we were looking at the single-phase load center redesign, we also took the time to visit the three-phase load center concept. The purpose of the three-phase redesign was to streamline the design with our single-phase load center and to include the features that we had on the single-phase design that we did not currently have on three-phase. Some of those features include the InstaWire technology, convertibility, and the invertibility of the three-phase panel. Let's dive a little deeper into the three-phase load center features. The differences between the three-phase ES and PL series load centers are almost identical to the single-phase differences. All of the distinctions between the ES and PL load centers are identical to differences listed on the previous slide, with the exception of the bus bar. For three-phase PL series, all bus bars, regardless of amperage rating, will be tin-plated copper. The ES series will still have aluminum bus bars. So let's now talk about some of our competitors' load centers and how they compare to the ES and PL offerings. The PL series, as I mentioned before, comes with factory installed ground bars, whereas the ES series is field installed. In terms of neutrals, the InstaWire technology that Siemens provides on both the ES and PL series are second to none. Essentially what this means is that the InstaWire neutral and ground system allows for faster installation because the screws arrive backed out, so you're ready for wire insertion right out of the box. Combination head screw on the neutrals, grounds, trim, upper pan, and bond screw have both slotted and square heads, offering more flexibility as to the tools that customers need in the field. What about the competition? Square D, who offers dual line load centers much like Siemens, uses oversized threads. GE, which offers a single line of load centers, uses curved threads. Essentially what this means is that both methods increase resistance as the screws are driven down. In keeping with the neutral competitive comparison, the ES and PL load centers offer a visible wiring guide. Essentially, what this means to you, the contractor, is that we allow enough room on the neutral for you to be able to view where the wire should be inserted, as there is a reflection which will serve you as a starting point and or as a guide for wire insertion. Siemens also offers up to 3 inches of wiring space, and the 3-phase offering allows for up to 3.5 inches of wiring space. As far as the competition, Square D offers 2.5 inches of space in their QO line and 3.5 inches in their home line offering, while Cutler Hammer and GE offer the same or even less wiring space. To note, only Siemens offers the visible neutrals. As mentioned earlier, Siemens has done away with its single-line load center offering so that you, the customer and buyer, have more choice and control over your load center selection. For the more price-conscious consumer, you may trend more towards the ES option. And for those that want a more feature-rich load center option, the PL series might be just for you. Siemens is doing its best to give you the flexibility to choose. Taking a look at the bus bar, ES, as mentioned earlier, is aluminum-based, while the PL is copper-based. What about the competition? GE offers a single line of load centers that is a copper-only option. Eaton and Schneider, respectively, both offer dual line, like Siemens. Some points to note on both Eaton and Schneider. Eaton has a multi-piece construction bus bar on their CH line, while Schneider, on their QO line, offers a shielded copper bus which is isolated and insulated with a plug-in neutral. Now let's talk about the breaker options for the Siemens load center as well as the competition. Let's take a moment to discuss the breaker options you have with our load center offering versus the competition. Even though you have the choice to go with either the ES or PL load center, you will only have to worry about ordering, stocking, and maintaining one breaker. This is great because it is less cash needed to be laid out to support the entire Siemens line of load centers. But what about the competition? As mentioned earlier, GE only offers one type of load center, so only one breaker is needed. However, Schneider and Eaton split their load centers similar to Siemens, and they will require you to stock multiple styles of breakers based on the load center you choose. So for Eaton, some things to keep in mind. Again, separate breakers for their economical and feature-rich load centers are required. They do not have a visible trip indicator. Their breakers are 3/4 inch breaker size for the Cutler Hammer style, and they are backfed below 150 amps. With Schneider, you also are required to purchase, maintain, and stock separate breakers for their QO and Homeline load centers. They do offer a visible trip indicator in their VisiTrip style in the QO load center, but there's no indicator in the Homeline. And they also have 3/4 inch breaker size in the QO. So again, what this means to you is you can order, stock, maintain, and provide to your customers multiple load centers with Siemens, but only need to have one type of breaker on hand. Schneider and Eaton, depending on the load center you choose, you will need a special type of breaker. Let's take a look at the load center enclosure. Siemens trim is self-adjusting, and Siemens offers trim mounting tabs. What this does is it assists with the installation as it holds the trim in place, which frees up both hands to drive down the trim screws. Currently, our competition does not offer this particular feature. Siemens also offers tangential knockouts, which eliminates the need for conduit offsets. Continuing with some of the features of the enclosure, Siemens, Cutler Hammer, and Square D offer a side hinge door. This allows for easy installation and is removed by backing out just one screw. GE has a top hinged option. Siemens and Cutler offer a spring-loaded latch. This makes getting the dead front out much easier. Square D and GE offer a manual latch. And then finally, Siemens offers a dead front pull ring. The pull ring allows you to just pull the dead front up and then out, which again makes for easier and labor savings installation. Let's spend a little time and talk about an offering that can provide some added value to the homeowner. This is the Siemens Generator Ready Load Center. It's a 225 amp main lug load center that is convertible to 150, 200, or 225 amp main breaker load center. It consists of two interiors. During normal utility power situations, both interiors are powered. If a field-installed Siemens automatic transfer mechanism and a back-feed breaker are installed, the lower interior can be turned into a critical circuit backup load center. When utility power is lost, the automatic transfer mechanism transfers power from the utility to the generator, and the critical circuits in the lower interior are powered. Using this type of load center allows the builder and contractor to pre-wire the home for a generator, which saves expensive retrofit costs down the road and keeps initial upfront expenses to a minimum. In addition, purchase of automatic transfer switch can be delayed until the generator is installed. The Gen Ready Load Center allows the home to be sold as a Gen Ready home, adding value for the builders and owners at a resale, and saving the homeowner thousands of dollars in future installation expenses. Thus far, we spent the majority of this video talking about the ES and PL load centers. Siemens also offers a third line of load centers, known as the Murray Load Center. If we were to look at all three on a line, you would put the ES load center more towards the left, which is your economical choice of a load center. The PL would tend to go more towards the right-hand side, which is the robust, versatile, and feature-rich load center. And I would say that the Murray Load Center fits somewhere in between. It offers many great features, but also comes at a fairly economical price. Let's take a look at some of the features of the Murray Load Center. Offers single-phase 12 to 42 circuits, up to 225 amps. Aluminum busing is available. It offers a Swiss cheese neutral bar, which provides multiple connection points. It includes factory-installed ground bar and an isolated neutral. Its outboard neutrals and ground bars allow for neutral and ground connections to be located away from the breaker connections. It's convertible from main lug to main breaker and vice versa. And then all indoor Murray load centers are invertible for bottom feed applications. So as you can see, not only is the ES and the PL an offering, but also the Murray Load Center fits somewhere kind of in between. We have discussed the value of having options when it comes to your load center choice, as well as some product features and benefits of the Siemens line versus the competition. Now, let's dive into the Siemens combination arc fault technology. Per the 2008 National Electric Code, all circuits not GFI protected must be AFCI protected, with a few exceptions. Let's take a look at why the Siemens combination arc fault breaker is the best on the market. The Siemens combination offering includes LED diagnostic indicators. So, if the top LED is illuminated, an arc fault has occurred. If both of the LEDs light up, it's line to ground arcing. And if no LEDs light up, it's either a short circuit or an overload. So as you can see, the breaker visibly diagnoses the situation for you, which in turn will save the contractor as well as the homeowner time and money. Taking a look at the competition, Eaton recently came to market with LED technology, but that is specifically for their CH brand, which again is their higher end brand. GE and Square D do not currently have LED indicators. Square D does, however, have what's called VisitTrip. This is a mechanical trip indicator which will alert you if a trip occurred. Just recently, Square D has introduced what's called their Time Saver technology, and that also can assist in diagnosing the trip. Not only was Siemens first to market with the combination arc fault breaker featuring LED indicators, but we were also first to market with a two-pole combination arc fault breaker featuring the LED indicators. This can be a large sales advantage to our channel partners. One of the biggest features, other than the LED indicators, is the shared neutral. This feature can potentially help save the contractor money on wire. Instead of running two separate wire runs, the contractor runs one, and with the assistance of the junction box, the wire can then be run to the individual circuits. On the Siemens Distributor Resource Center website, we offer a wire savings calculator which will help calculate the potential savings the contractor can ultimately save on wire. Looking at the competition, as mentioned, Siemens was first to market with a two-pole combination arc fault breaker. Cutler Hammer has just recently come out with their own, and again in CH only. GE and Square D do not currently have a two-pole combination arc fault breaker. Siemens also offers a diagnostic tool which will troubleshoot and help analyze tripping issues, which will save the contractor time and resources, and the homeowner aggravation from multiple service calls and money spent on trying to solve the problem. The way this tool is used is simply wire up the base unit, which is the larger of the two pictured here, to the circuits you want to test in the load center. Then you're given a handheld remote, sort of like your TV remote, and simply go around to the circuit you want to test. What can typically happen is the homeowner will state the breaker trips when a lamp is turned on. You notice that the amperage is not strong enough to cause the arc, but when you couple that with a vacuum cleaner being plugged in, you realize where the issue is. This is what this tool will diagnose for you. Otherwise, you, the contractor, replace the breaker with either another Siemens one, or perhaps you find that maybe you think Siemens is faulty and you go to another manufacturer's line. No other manufacturer makes this device. However, this device can diagnose all manufacturers' breakers because it's testing the circuit. So now let's look at an example of how the IntelliArc diagnostic tool can work for you. Let's take a look at what we know. The homeowner lets us know that the AFCI trips when the vacuum cleaner is turned on, and that the LED indicator on the breaker indicates it was an electronic trip. What does the contractor know? That the AFCI does not trip when the vacuum is turned on. He turned off all devices on the circuit, and the push to test indicates the breaker is functioning correctly. So what exactly is happening here? The lamp cord has a short, which is creating an arc. The lamp is only drawing 60 watts, and you need 500 watts or more to trip the AFCI. So the combined load of a vacuum cleaner plus the lamp is causing the AFCI to trip. The homeowner all along thinks it's the vacuum causing the problem, but was vacuuming with the lamp on. So, with the help of the IntelliArc diagnostic tool, the contractor could have individually evaluated the lamp and the vacuum. He would have been able to see the load on the lamp was low by the indicators on the handheld remote. He would have been able to show the homeowner the problem graphically on the IntelliArc display, which again is on the handheld remote. And at the end of the day, the contractor is in and out of the home in a timely manner. The homeowner is satisfied with the service not only from their electrician but also with the manufacturer. And at the end of the day, this device will pay for itself in only a few uses. We have spent time going over your load center options as well as troubleshooting, time savings, and the value of safety with the Siemens combination arc fault breakers. Adding surge protection in conjunction with the Siemens load center and combination breakers can offer further protection and added value to your home. Unexpected voltage spikes, surges, and other electrical disturbances can ruin or damage your electrical devices and or degrade the performance of your audio-video components. It can also wreak havoc on your telecom systems. Because no single device can protect an entire home or office against all electrical surges, the best way to prevent damage is by implementing a systematic, tiered surge protection plan that monitors every possible incoming signal path and protects against internally generated power fluctuations, providing protection at the service entrance and at the point of use. So let's take a look at some of the Siemens residential surge protection offerings. This QSA 2020 SPD offers circuit breaker and surge protection. Easy to install, it's great for retrofits, and it even takes the place of two Q120 breakers. It also offers, like our combination breaker, LEDs for visual protection and a 2-year warranty. Our SPD 4 Home is another surge protection offering which is installed outside of the panel. It's single-phase panels up to 400 amps. It also has LED indicators. It has an audible alarm, and it offers a 10-year warranty. Our SPD 4 Tel. It's for hardwired telephone, modem, fax, and DSL protection. Easy to install, fast response time, and offers up to a 5-year warranty. And then finally, our SPD 4 Coax. This is rated for CATV, DSS, TV, DVD, and cable modems. Again, like the other offerings, easy to install, standard female-to-female F connector, and a 5-year warranty. So a lot of options, and let's take a deeper dive into what these can bring to you as added value with the Siemens line. You may be saying to yourself, wow, that's a lot of different choices when it comes to surge protection, and I'm really not quite sure which one I should go with. Well, Siemens has put together some special packages for you based on your budget as well as your need. Let's go ahead and take a look at those. First package is our option 1, basic house protection. This includes a QSA 2020 SPD. Essentially, what it is a 2-pole circuit breaker that offers surge protection. It protects against your hardwire appliances, and it's very easy to install, and it's perfect for retrofits. So again, your basic house protection. Option 2 is a little bit more robust, and this is our medium house protection. This includes the QSA 2020 but also includes the SPD4 as well as the SPD4 coax. And what those are protection devices for your electronics. So for your TV, your DVD, your cable modem, you have those two pieces that will protect you for any surges. And then lastly, we have what's known as our optimal house protection. This includes all four of our pieces as mentioned earlier, the QSA 2020, the SPD4 Home, the SPD Tel, and the SPD4 coax. And again, this gives you the most optimal protection against surge devices using the surge protection devices that Siemens offers. So, why is Siemens the best option for your residential needs? First, we discussed our load center options. Regardless if you choose the economical ES or the feature-rich PL option, you are getting a best-in-class load center, with the added benefit of stocking only one brand of breaker. Factor in the value of a Murray load center and the Gen-Ready home option with our Gen-Ready load center, and the options are limitless. Next, we moved on to the cutting-edge technology of our single-pole and two-pole combination arc fault breaker. The LED indicators can not only assist in pinpointing and diagnosing what type of trip occurred, but it will give the homeowner the feeling of safety as they will know the breaker is doing its job. Couple that with the IntelliArc diagnostic tool and the homeowner's peace of mind doubles. Not to mention the time and resource savings a contractor will obtain by diagnosing the issue correctly on the first visit. Finally, with the age of electronics comes the need to protect that high-end technology. The Siemens Surge Protection offerings is an invaluable addition to any home builder and contractor's offering, as it provides a peace of mind to any homeowner who wishes to protect their valuables. As you can see, Siemens has the answers to your residential needs. We cast a wide net in terms of a solution-based offering. I ask you to contact your local Siemens authorized distributor or local Siemens sales engineer for more information. Thanks again for listening.